whether you are a nerd in a cape,
or a rogue who's sneaky,
join Chris
and Roger
as we entertain the geeky.
Hey, Chris.
Roger, what's going on?
Not much. How are you, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I want to continue. I want to start this conversation over
with the conversation that we were just having
before sound check.
So, okay, what we were doing before sound check was talking about a few things that are exciting and big in the nerd world.
Let's just hit the one that you talked about that set me off already.
Well, hold on. Let's ease them into it.
No,
let's ease them into it.
Look. Sometimes you just got to plow right into this tough stuff.
All right, so let's plow into it then.
Let's get to the tough stuff, and then Roger can be happy and talk about the good stuff going on.
Okay. So, rumors are floating around.
Rumors, mind you.
From very credible sources that have pegged a couple of things.
Pegged?
Pegged. Hit the nail on the head.
So we're talking about forcing it in and pegging it the same sentence. I want to point that out.
Yep.
All right.
But not The Force Awakening. So, you're welcome. So, rumor mill has it that RDJ is in talks to resume his role as Tony Stark.
Go ahead. Continue.
Basically, I forget the girl's name, but there's a very, very, very good chance that we get the prodigy and protege, not protege so much, but the prodigy that comes up in the Marvel universe and assumes the mantle of Ironheart or Iron Man or whatever they had called her. But the new Iron Man, the young African-American woman, God damn it, her name keeps eluding me.
Well, because she was only Iron Man for what, like a year?
It was very short-lived. Very short-lived. And I think we need to get back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe is separate from the comics to an extent.
But hold on. One, I'm going to go on my tangent about why I think this is a bad idea for RDJ to come back in a minute. Two, they already have the perfect character established to take over for Iron Man.
His daughter?
No, not his daughter.
Who?
The kid in Iron Man 3 that showed up at Tony Stark's funeral.
Absolutely.
Like that's the one like that makes cinematic sense for him to take the mantle over.
For sure.
Like it just makes total sense, and that would diverge it more, the MCU, from the comics even more. Because then you have an Iron Man and you have a kid. Now,
well, and here's the thing. They nudged Falcon into the role of Captain America elegantly. It was done well. Done very, very well.
Like, I always wondered, I was glad that he gave it to Falcon.
We knew it was going to happen.
Some people were like, why didn't he give it to Bucky? It didn't make sense to give it to Bucky.
When Bucky initially assumed the role of Captain America
in the comics,
it was the world needs a Captain America. I can do it. There wasn't somebody else to do it.
Right.
And him doing it was fucked.
Right.
It was fucked up. So having this good guy do it makes all the sense in the world.
The Falcon saved Captain America.
Yep.
Bucky saved Steve Rogers. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. And that's why I was okay with the shield going to Falcon, because he's the one that saved Captain America. Not just his life, but he kept Captain America fighting. He kept Steve in the fight.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, all right, let's do this. Like, we're in.
It made perfect sense. Beautifully done, too.
Now, RDJ coming back as a role of Iron Man.
Because it's been very hush-hush that he was going to have a role in Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense. It's a flashback.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm okay with...
He did his thing in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay with flashbacks. I'm totally fine with, hey, we're going to tell a story. We're going to flashback to you being alive. And I understand that the idea of bringing him back is to be a voiceover for AI.
Well, we hadn't mentioned that yet,
right.
But that's what they're saying. He would be assuming her Jarvis role.
No. First off, it's just a cash grab. Like, if you're saying you're done with the character, then the character's completed his journey, which Iron Man did.
He did.
And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Iron Man completed his journey at the end of Avengers 1 when he was showed that he was willing to sacrifice himself to save for the greater good. And in Endgame, he just actually did it. The journey's done. The Iron Man saga of Tony Stark is complete. There's nowhere else to go. And by bringing just a voiceover, now all of a sudden you're going to have Tony, like it's not Tony Stark, it's Jarvis, it's an AI. So it's not going to be Iron Man. It's not going to be Tony Stark. It's just going to sound like him. And the writers will be like, oh, well, no, Tony would say this in this situation.
Not Tony.
But not Tony. Exactly.
Yeah.
So get a different voice actor just
Well,
don't.
have it mean something to her. If you're going to have her play the role, which, like you said, doesn't necessarily make the most sense with how the MCU has gone, but if you're going to do that, have the voice be somebody or something that means something to her, as Jarvis did to Tony.
Exactly.
Now, if Tony Stark is if he was a mentor to her, okay, well, that makes sense all of a sudden.
Which is something we hadn't seen in the movies, though.
No, we
So they're
didn't.
going to have to do a flashback scene to set this all up, and I'm going to go, there was the fucking kid who saved him in Iron Man 3. Who Tony rebuilt the suit.
In his garage.
And Tony left, and then sent him a car, and off to college. Like, that's the kid.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, he would not have Tony Stark be the voice of his AI. Does Tom Holland's Spider-Man have Tony Stark be the voice of his AI? No. And so let the character die gracefully. Let the character, like, in the
Let
next...
the sacrifice mean something.
Right. And in 10 years down the road, if these movies are still going on, and you're still harking back to the moment that Tony Stark snapped his fingers and died, let that emotion sit. Don't cheapen it by being like, oh, yeah, Tony Stark died. Here's his voice.
It's been 2 years. Everybody forgot.
Yeah, no, like, fuck that. Let it sit.
Let it simmer a little bit.
Let that
Okay.
sacrifice matter, and don't cheapen the moment. Especially if you're just, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say Robert Downey Jr. is doing it for a cash grab because he doesn't need the cash.
At all.
But but you don't need to do this. Marvel doesn't need to do this. It cheapens everything. It cheapens 10 years of watching a movie to get to that moment. And that's why I'm against it. It's not, oh, I don't ever want to see Iron Man back, or I don't think anyone should ever.
Well, he is Iron Man.
Right,
like,
he's Iron Man.
That was part of the conversation that we had, because I was like, RDJ is Iron Man.
But I don't want, like if Gwyneth Paltrow picked it up and was Iron Woman, and this new kid came in and was the Iron Man character, I'm fine with suits of armor. You still have War Machine out on the field.
Yep.
I'm totally fine with Tony Stark's legacy going on and seeing more characters don armor. I am not okay with the idea of bringing RDJ back for a voiceover or any way to cheapen what his sacrifice was. And to me, that's what it's going to do.
I don't disagree with cheapening it at all. I think that is absolutely, you're taking away from everything that happened. Doesn't need to be done.
It doesn't.
You don't need to go back in the past to get Iron Man to do anything. You need to say, hey, we've got Reeve Richards now. We've got these new people that are going to fill new roles. Tony Stark's absence needs to be observed, just like a lack of Stan Lee cameos in Marvel movies now, because guess what? Nobody else needs to make it.
Speaking of Stan Lee cameos, the greatest Stan Lee cameo. I've nailed it.
Mallrats?
No.
No?
In the Marvel movies, or in a Marvel comic book movie. Into Darkness. Spider-Man, Into the Multiverse, not Into Darkness. Into the Multiverse was the greatest
Into the Spider-Verse.
Greatest Stan Lee cameo ever.
Yeah.
And the greatest Spider-Man movie ever.
Well, it was the best Spider-Man movie.
That movie is the greatest movie. I love that movie.
It's so good.
It is so good. If you nerds haven't watched it yet, because you're like, oh, it's a kid movie, fucking watch it. It's so good.
It's a good flick.
The only downside about that movie, fucking Chris Pine showed up in it. That's the only downside. But other than that, that movie was amazing.
No, the movie was magic. That's why they're doing another one and a bunch of spinoffs. They're talking about having Nick Cage, who voiced Spider-Man Noir, play Spider-Man Noir in a live-action movie.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. He's fucking old.
Fine, don't care. Spider-Man Noir can be old.
I'm just interested to see how they spin it.
Yeah, he can be old, or it could be that one tale where where Spider-Man's dying, or he's like it was the Dark Knight Return to Spider-Man, Spider-Man Reign, where Mary Jane Watson died of ovarian cancer because of bonking Spider-Man for too many years, and he takes the Venom suit on one more time before he dies. It's a good story. But yeah, no, don't Marvel, please. Hey, Disney, we know we got your ear. We've talked to you before. Disney, hear me out. Don't bring back RDJ. In fact, you want to be really awesome? You know who'd be the best voice for the new Iron Man suit? Fucking Ryan Reynolds. Because you're doing Deadpool 3.
Well, we talked about, too, so this is one of those things as well. You and I had a conversation a couple of days back.
Yeah.
Off air.
Yeah, listeners, Chris and I actually talked. Like, he came over and we talked. We touched tips. It was great.
It was old school shit.
So the thing about Deadpool 3. So Deadpool 3 is happening. We don't know when it's going to happen. Ryan Reynolds is extremely busy shooting other movies. Now, the rumor mill is floating around. Now, this is the same rumors that have announced, one, we're getting a new Star Trek show months before, two, about Carnage, and a bunch of other things they've been right about. The Pirates of the Caribbean 6 coming out, things like that. The rumor is the first part of Deadpool 3. Now, I thought it was going to be like the whole movie, but no, apparently it's the first part up to the credits. Is Deadpool, Wade Wilson, being the only one to realize he's been rebooted and informed into the new universe. So he remembers all the other movies. And now he goes and hunts down Cable and Domino, who are meeting him for the first time.
So do they do this? This is one of the things that I think we've talked about before, but do they do this as this is a Marvel movie, or do they do it as this is a 20th century production movie?
So,
because it's going to, if it's done right, it's going to be raunchy just like all the other Deadpool films.
Apparently Disney has no issue with doing an R-rated Deadpool movie. All right.
They said that, and then they kind of backpedaled a couple months back.
And then they went back to it.
Yeah.
They went back to it.
Okay.
Fan backlash is a thing.
No, it is. And if they're smart, they're listening.
Ask Sonic the Hedgehog. Fan backlash is a thing.
It worked, too.
So it's going to be R-rated. You do it as a Marvel movie. Now, does this Marvel movie have to take place as part of the phases? Does it have to be a Phase 4 or Phase 5 movie? No. It doesn't have to be arching the storyline of the phases. But you go ahead and set it in the MCU. Because how awesome it's going to be.
It makes sense.
How, like, let's be honest. We all want to see Deadpool and Spider-Man meet.
Oh, for sure. Well, also, another thing floating around is that Charlie Cox, Daredevil, is going to be in Spider-Man.
Yes. Well, so here's the interesting thing.
But he's also said, I've not been talked to about this, which could be bullshit because we've seen actors have to bullshit that before.
Right. And there's also more rumors going around with the whole Charlie Cox Daredevil thing.
Yeah.
The 2 years is coming up.
Yep.
So
it's about to, they think it might hit Hulu.
They can do whatever they right. That's the one is they can do whatever they want with the character now. There seem to be talks going around of not continuing with season 4 of Daredevil, but kind of relaunching it with the same cast and crew, and not saying we're continuing the story, but not retconning what happened in the past.
You can't. Okay. You would be doing a disservice to everything that show did, because it did a lot, if you were to retcon it.
Right,
and
you can't retcon it.
It clearly took place in the MCU because it
mentions the events.
It mentions everything that happens.
Much like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did.
Exactly.
It skirts around the fact that it happened.
So...
But yeah, that is a rumor. So we could be getting another Daredevil TV show, which I think Daredevil works. I've always liked the idea, after watching it on Netflix, of the smaller time heroes being the TV show.
Yeah, your friendly neighborhood heroes, for sure.
You and I have talked about this. Like, how awesome would it be to have more superhero TV shows and then, like, do the summer crossovers?
Absolutely.
Like, all of a sudden,
that's your big blockbuster movie.
Charlie Cox shows up in Endgame because it's fucking Daredevil. Why not? Right? He's part of the MCU.
Yep.
He doesn't need to flagship his own movie. Daredevil cannot hold a movie. But what he can hold is a 10-hour story arc. It just works. Like, Daredevil works on the small screen.
Works really well.
And the Netflix show showed us that.
Yeah.
Punisher, same way. I think Punisher works better as a TV show. And I love
Bernthal.
Fuck him. I love Thomas Jane. To me, will always be
that
Frank
was
Castle.
okay. First of all, that's the best Punisher movie ever.
Yeah, because Warzone was shit.
Warzone was trash.
Dolph Lundgren was 80s.
Damn it, Thomas Jane's Punisher's so fucking good, though.
Go watch the movie Spare Change. The little short. Like Thomas Jane can be my Punisher any day. He can be my Punisher.
I'm cool with having I like Bernthal as Punisher.
Fine.
I like him as Punisher.
He's fine. He's not Thomas Jane, though.
He also doesn't have the writers from that. And that had so much good going for it. Travolta was fucking great in it.
Travolta hammed it up in that movie.
Oh, hard.
Like, hardcore hammed up. Like, God, if you guys haven't seen
Thomas Jane's Punisher.
So here's the thing. I'm realizing we're hitting that age now where there's movies that you and I have seen that younger generations either don't know exist or haven't seen.
Yeah.
There are YouTube videos now of people watching Lord of the Rings for the first time. I'm like, how the fuck is this the first time of you seeing Lord of the Rings? I went to the goddamn theaters and saw that.
So what's really funny is years ago, I was a kid, teenager, whatever, and I guess I was a preteen, and I had I bought this wizard book.
Yeah.
And it was a wizard's handbook, and in the wizard's handbook, it announced movies that every wizard should watch and upcoming movies that Wizards should watch. And Lord of the Rings movies that had not yet come out were listed in this.
Yeah.
And
it's been in development hell. It was stuck in development hell for forever.
Well, one of them had come out. We had
Fellowship.
We had the Fellowship, and they said Two Towers is set for this year. Return of the King is set for this year because we knew they were coming. They had already been filmed.
They were coming year after year after year.
Yep.
I remember. Look, first time I saw the Fellowship of the Rings, we went opening night. Mm-hmm. We got there 2 hours before the movie started because you know how
this was the golden age, though.
Right.
This is when you did that.
Right, but you know how I am. Good seats, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The theater was so packed 2 hours before the showing started that I had to sit in the very front row. I missed a third of the movie because I'm looking up at the screen.
You were a hobbit.
I was like, we walked out of that movie, me and my friends were like, yeah, it's a good movie, but I don't know what the big fuss is about. We watched it on DVD and we're like, oh shit. When the cave troll was going in, he was smacking orcs around. There was shit we just missed because we were so fucking close. But there's kids, they're 18, 19 years old that have never seen this movie.
There's 22-year-olds that haven't. I sold a kid a car the other day. He's 21, 22 years old. He didn't know anything about this shit.
So the reason I'm saying this, if you have not, I was like, we were assuming that everyone has seen The Punisher that's listening to our show because we assume you're just like us.
Yeah.
You're not. We're a very special, weird breed. If you haven't seen Thomas Jane's Punisher, watch it.
Oh, so fucking
It's good. It's cheesy. It's the right amount of cheese, though.
I was gonna say it wasn't the over the top cheese that makes the movie.
It was a Western.
It
was a
total
fucking
fucking
Western.
Modern Western.
It was a modern Western.
Very good.
And it was an amazing movie. And to me, like, Thomas Jane is the best Punisher.
Oh, he is the bomb, dude.
Also, hey, guess what happens on Wednesday?
Comic books.
Guys, it has been a month. Over a month since new comics have come out. Go to your LCSs. Go. Get your new books.
Or if you're in a place where you have to call it in, do the curbside pickup. Get your books.
Get your books. New comics are coming. It's happening. New comics are coming. Miniature market's opening back up on Monday.
Yep.
Like, game stores, products being shipped. Things are happening again. Go. Support. Now's the time.
Oh, for sure.
Now's the time. Some of you may still be unemployed. We understand that. Money might be tight. But if you got the money,
do it.
Go.
Yep.
Go. Don't let Mike Berter's fear be the thing. Because his fear is that, we'll go too long without it, that we don't need it anymore. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I bought a comic, but.
Oh, no. So I had a conversation with the wife today, and I was like, I want to fucking read some comics again.
To do it.
Oh, and I have every intention of doing so. But I'm like, man, I miss having my series and picking it up on Wednesdays and being excited to read it. And you read it and you're left wanting more. I'm like, I fucking need that right now.
Like, have we ever discussed the appropriate way to read a comic? No.
Maybe?
No, I don't think we have. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
I'm going to give you guys, you geeks out there, you nerds, the appropriate way to read a comic. First, you go to the comic store. You get your pull. If you don't have a pull, buy your comics off the shelf. Pay for your comics, pay for the bags and boards. Step to the side. Get out of the way of the customers trying to buy other shit. While you're bagging and boarding your comics, do a quick little flip through of the pictures. Don't get too deep. Just quick flip through, slide in your bag and board. Get home. Read it fast. Because that's what you're going to do. Read the words, look at the pictures, and then as soon as you finish that comic, go back and start over and actually read it. Slow down. Look at each panel. See what you missed the first time. And that's how you read a comic.
What's that whole "a picture is worth 1,000 words" concept?
Right.
You have thousands of words on every page because guess what? They're full of fucking panels of incredible artwork. So you should be going through and thoroughly soaking that up and enjoying the hell out of it. It's what you do.
Potatoes are done.
Potatoes are done.
Sorry, Chris showed up while I was meal prepping for the week to record.
It's not like I showed up out of the blue, though.
No,
we had
that's
a
true.
time.
We did have a time. I just had issues with the lawnmower.
That's
it was
okay.
A thing.
That's okay.
It was a thing. And my dog ran away. So I had to go chase her down today.
She's back now.
Little bitch.
So, yeah. No, soak it up. Fucking soak it up.
It's time. It's been so long. Go grab a couple books. Buy a game. I already know. I know what the first game I'm going to buy is.
Which one?
Alien RPG.
Yeah.
And like, I refuse. Like, I've been looking at Amazon to buy it. Like, I was like, I can buy it and have it here on Wednesday. No.
Can't do
it. I'm waiting. I go to Amazon for games I can't find. I can't find old games anymore. I go to eBay to buy old games. Noble Knight to buy old games. But if it's a new game, I'm going to the game store.
And by the way, if you guys are going to get games from Noble Knight...
Oh, yeah, we have a code.
It's not a code. You can actually click a link through our website. It's one of those banners that pops up.
Is it still there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. For Noble Knight Games, and you can get them that way. Noble Knight Games has here, they're not a sponsor of the show. They're not. We have an affiliate program with them, but
that we both forgot about.
Yeah. Well, I knew in the back of my mind that it was there, but it's one that it's like, I don't ever fucking use it. And I'm like, I should be, because we make money back on it.
Yeah.
We get a small percentage of the sales on it.
Half a cent.
Yeah, basically. It helps the show. It helps entertain the geeky. So if that's something that you can do,
honestly,
please do.
I bought a game from Noble Knight, not
recently.
realizing, last week.
You were stoked too.
Not realizing about the fucking banner on our own fucking website. And I bought a copy of a game called Brave New World. Brave New World is this dystopian future superhero game that's amazing, done by the same people that did Deadlands. Matt Forbeck was the creator. Shane helped produce it. And I opened it up, and on the first page it says, to Alan, who was the original owner of the game, be brave, be bold, Matt Forbeck, Origins 00. I have a signed copy from Matt fucking Forbeck of Brave New World.
Yeah, we'll scratch Alan's name out and put yours in there.
That's what just
to Roger.
Like, that was, to me, like, it was just the coolest little odd thing that I would have paid an extra $5 for if I had known. I would have.
Right.
I'd have been like, yeah, $5 for Matt Forbeck's signature, I'm in. But that came from Noble Knight. And they didn't say it was signed. It was just, I needed a place that had Brave New World, so I bought it. And yeah, they're awesome. Out of print games, hard to find games, current games that you might not, that your store might be sold out of that can't get. See if they got it.
Yeah,
they're great.
You can also visit our buddies at Miniature Market.
Yeah,
they've got it. If you're not local to St. Louis like we are, you can visit their website and pick games up. It does support a local business here in St. Louis.
It does, but
it helps keep their brick and mortar store open, who is good to our community.
They are. But I will say again,
no, go to your little LGS
Go to your
first.
LGS first.
For sure.
We're not here to, like, look, Miniature, like, we know how much he's making.
Nah.
All right. We love him and we love his store, and we go to the store. Go to your LGS.
Yeah.
Make sure the LGS is secure.
Oh, for sure.
Like, go there first. If you can't find it and they can't get it to you, okay. Then go the other routes. That's what internet sales are supposed to be.
Yep. Amazon's your last resort.
Amazon is your last resort. Though, I'm probably buying the Shoho era Godzilla collection from Amazon.
Are you?
It's $112 right now.
That's not so bad.
No, it's a $250 product.
So you know what's funny is we were recently talking about home theater.
Home theater?
And I was going to do a movie date with Tara, my wife. My wife.
That's exactly what you did.
Yep.
I want to point that out.
But, I wanted to make sure everybody knew who she was.
No, yeah, but the way you said my wife.
My wife.
Yeah, that's exactly how you said it. I was like, what? No.
So, I was like, man, we're going to do this right. So, I finally caved and bought a sound bar.
Okay.
I
still need to get a sound bar.
You do. And I was about to brag on it because I bought one with a subwoofer.
A subwoofer?
A subwoofer.
Okay.
And fuck, dude. Wow.
What movie did you watch?
So, the first thing I did was turn on Stranger Things.
Okay.
That was my test.
You fucked up, but okay.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't because it was just a test. I had to make sure it was working.
But you fucked up because I'll tell you what the ultimate test is here in a second.
You were going to say Jaws or something?
Nope.
No?
The THX logo.
Okay.
That is the ultimate test. So you
that
just put in
fun.
Star Wars and go.
That would have been fun.
When I had my surround sound system, every time I got surround sound, it was you put in Star Wars and you just watch the THX logo to make sure it all sounds right.
So...
Not that
starts Stranger. It's partway in an episode because I was rewatching it, and Hopper is going through that fucking awful test subject hospital, and you hear all these fucking bass notes that are unreal.
I need to get a new TV before I get a sound bar, though.
Unfucking real, bro. And I was just like, God damn, it works. So Christopher's like, I'm going to play some Fortnite on this. I'm like, you should.
You should.
So he does. He fires up Fortnite right away. I get it set up, and he's like, hell yeah. Starts doing his Fortnite thing, and he's like, Dad, this is fucking insane. I was like, I know. He's like, I can hear the thunder all over the room. And I was like, you're damn right you can. Damn it, I love theater. I drove by a movie theater today, and I was like, fuck, I can't wait to go back. But the home theater's nice for the time being.
It is.
And you should
I will get a sound bar eventually.
You should get it going.
Look, this year is a very expensive year for Roger.
This is an expensive year for Roger.
This is an expensive year for Roger. Not only has he got a shit ton of home repairs that he's got to do, he also has a new Xbox he has to buy, a new PlayStation he has to buy, a new TV he has to buy.
A computer
he has to buy. It's a very expensive year for Roger. It's a little tough being Roger right now.
Bought a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger went balls to the wall this year.
Not really. He just bought a new car. A very cheap car. But a good car.
It's still
new.
It's still more expensive
than no car payment. That's true. That's 100%. But you know what the best part is about getting a new car?
Huh.
When I turn this car off, it doesn't smoke.
Boom.
Like that car, the Kia smoked.
So yeah, fucking unreal though. This soundbar was badass.
Yeah. So nerds, be happy.
I picked it up at Wally World.
I was at Wally World looking at their TVs.
Were you?
I was like, fuck. I'm there. Like, I'm ready to buy a new TV. But again, here, fuck it. We're friends here, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, I'm going to buy a new TV. And then I was like, I got to go home and hook up my air conditioners. Notice how I said hook up my air conditioners. So Roger's got more important things before he buys a new TV. Like fixing the central air in his house.
Yeah. No, it's been rainy, stormy today, and you've got a nice breeze blowing through right now, man.
Well, the reason I had to hook the ACs up was the temperature was fine in the house.
So humid.
It was so humid. I was like, I got to get the humidity out. Like, I'm still short one in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But
that window with the fan going is nice right now.
I got the living room AC hooked up. It's turned off right now. I got the bedroom AC hooked up. It's turned off right now. Like, I'm good. Listen, nerds. Don't worry about old Raj. He's got this under control.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
He's got it good to go.
No, I bought a new TV this past summer, and I didn't get to get one as big as I wanted because I was working with a very limited space in my living room. Right. And we're starting to look at new houses and stuff, and I am beyond excited to fucking set up a theater room.
You should.
Dude, it's happening.
Yeah.
But I cannot even begin to, I'm like ready to go buy the stupid 55-inch TV. I'm like, or do I just want to do a projector?
Don't do a projector.
Get the sound bar going.
Well, here's the thing about projectors. You don't need them anymore.
I'm not saying you need it, but so.
Because the money you can spend on a projector, you can get, it.
What I'll spend on a TV is the same as what I would spend on a projector.
Right, but you can get a much better TV. Like we're at the point now, 8K is coming out. By the time you buy the house...
Oh, it's out.
Yeah, by the time you buy your house... Well, it's out, but it's butt-fuck expensive.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you buy your house, 8K is going to be a little more affordable. It's going to drop like a rock. And now you're looking at, I can buy a 4K projector, or I can buy an 8K QLED 75-inch TV. Chris.
Just get the TV.
Just get the fucking TV.
Get the TV and some ignorant swivel mount.
If this was 5 years ago, I would say the projector.
Fair enough.
But you're not going to... The difference between projectors now and projectors 5 years ago is you're not going to get that lifespan. You're going to get that lifespan out of your TV.
Fair enough.
Okay? Like, in 2 years, you're going to be looking at that projector going, oh, I should get this new TV. And
a surround sound system, I'm excited about that, too. Whew, yeah. I'm excited about that.
Fucking be excited. Nerd out. Get your shit. You just don't need a projector.
Well, what I was going to do is I was going to hook a computer up to it.
You can do that to your TV?
No, I know. But the whole plan was to hook a computer up to it, have a pretty wires-free environment, if you will, and do it up nice. Do it up nice.
Do your TV.
You're like, fuck it, do your TV.
Do your TV.
That room needs to be dark all the time, though. And I don't...
That's fine.
I don't like watching TV in the dark that much.
Then...
I know that's bizarre.
Why don't you grow a set of balls and watch the TV in the dark like a big boy?
It's bad for your eyes.
Not when it's 8K QLED, it's not.
It's extra bad for your eyes. It's 8K bad for your eyes. It's 8,000 times worse for your eyes.
If you sit in front of the old school 2 projector TVs, and science is still not proven on that, yeah, it could be bad for your eyes. These new HD, you're fucking fine.
Well, no, if you sit in front of a computer screen all the time, it's bad for your eyes.
Yeah, it's a computer screen.
It's the same thing as your TV. This is the same fucking
It puts out
resolution as
stupid
my...
bullshit.
Right now, this one's putting out our recording, and that's kind of good.
That's stupid bullshit. It's going to kill your eyes.
No, I'm just excited.
And it doesn't have to be dark.
And it's
Put
nice.
2 little lights on each side of the TV, 2 little dim lights.
It's nice to have that theater experience in the living room right now, though. Let me tell you, man.
Did you get the curtain? Because it's not a theater until you got the curtain.
I didn't
we talked about
I didn't
this.
get the curtain yet. I don't have the space for it. I mean, we're living in a little apartment right now, so we can save money.
You have the space for a curtain.
I don't. If you look next to my TV on either side, it's shelving holding all of my board games.
Yeah, you know
You're
what?
Like, just cover
the board games up with a curtain, and then when you do the big reveal for board games, you have the effect of a curtain.
Oh, that's it. I just need curtains all over my house. I've got
fucking curtains in the spare bedroom I'm not using. I'll give them to you right now.
For every room, I'm just gonna have curtains, and I'm gonna be like, look, a new room.
Right before you get laid, you just have curtains in front of the bed. You're just like, curtain. Look at me.
I gotta have the drawstring.
Yeah, the drawstring. Look at me. I'm Chris. I'm Reddy.
I want that sound. You know what I mean?
Yes. See? Done.
And then what I need to do, I really need to do,
curtains.
I need to always have the sound effect of an old movie reel running in my house.
Yeah.
So you can hear the film all the time.
And like the projector coughing in the background, because that's what he would do. You know, when he had to get off his ass and switch reels, you hear...
You see a cigarette smoke in your...
I love old theaters.
So there's a little theater about an hour south from here, and they had to make the switch a couple years ago to projection because they were no longer doing every movie's digital now.
Right.
And it was a huge ordeal, and they're like, we don't know if we can afford it. So they did like fundraisers and stuff so they could afford a modern projector. And I'm like, or projector. And I was like, man, that is such a bummer that that's the case, because dude, that old school, it's a tiny one-room cinema, fucking awesome.
So a couple years ago, over a decade, 15 years ago. Fuck, I keep forgetting how old I am.
One listener lifetime ago.
There was a theater in Clayton. In St. Louis, there's a small community known as Clayton. It's pretty much like where the rich businesses are. That's where we keep a lot of offices. There was a theater called Shady Oaks. And they used to show Rocky Horror Picture Show at midnights once a month. It was a whole thing. They closed. I considered buying it and doing this whole dinner in a movie thing, to where like
you would eat dinner and then a movie, not while you were moving.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Like I would show Jaws, and for that night we would have seafood.
Yeah.
Like you would show up, dinner's this time, then the movie would start. Or I would show Jurassic Park and we ate Chilean sea bass, because that's what they ate.
Yeah.
Right. But I always wanted to have the old projector and then have the spot for the new digital projectors, because it was coming. But that way I could still show those old movies the way they were meant to be seen.
Interesting.
And like you got to have both. And that's something I always like if I had the money to where I could just throw away on a stupid business that wasn't going to make any money, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. A theater that shows nothing but like old movies, and come in for dinner and be done. Let me ask you this, Chris.
What you got?
All right. We're going to go a little off the rails here. I was playing Exalted.
Yeah.
It's a White Wolf game. My character was an assassin who had no concept of how money worked. So he considered paying for food rent. I would go to a restaurant that I ate at every day once a month and just give him some amount of money. And that would cover me for the month of food. Right?
Okay.
Food rent. What would your feelings be if there was a place where you paid a monthly stipend and dinner was served for you every night?
They call it budgeting.
No, like you're like, hey, boom.
I do it. I go to the grocery store.
No, you don't have to cook.
Okay. So you're talking about a Netflix of dinner.
Right, like you come, no, but we're not going to send you the food. Just, like you just come and there's dinner. Like Monday night's steak night, Tuesday night's Taco Tuesday, Wednesday night's spaghetti. Like you just show up and there's a plate for you because you've paid your dues.
That'd be fun.
Right?
Quirky as can be. I think that's your failing business, not the movie theater.
I think the movie theater is more failing than this one, because there's a lot of people out there be like, you know what? $100 a week? I got to worry about dinner? Fuck it, I'm in.
That's a subscription like that.
I have
Because
that
that's what you're
subscription
talking
now.
about.
No, yeah, but I have to cook this food.
No. But I'm saying a subscription where you don't have to cook it.
Except you don't get to take the food to go. Like, you still eat at the restaurant. You eat at the place.
No. I get it. But it's still a subscription.
Right.
You're paying your
it's
monthly food subscription.
It's a club. It's a club.
Okay.
It's a club.
So, you gonna go to the dinner club tonight?
Right. That's exactly.
How fucking hoity-toity is that, dude?
Dude, listeners, I want your opinion on the dinner club.
I want you to put your pinky in the air, okay?
I want your opinion. Would you pay a club membership knowing that every night you can just go and have dinner?
Well, yeah, and you see, you would be making money hand over fist because people wouldn't go every night.
Right.
You would have your people that did, for sure.
And Chris, you bring a buddy who's not part of the member, who's not a club. Okay, he can have dinner. He just got to pay $15 or whatever it is.
That would be the ultimate exclusivity thing because you would have to, timing would be everything. You would have everybody that wanted to come at a certain time.
Right, so you serve dinner from this time to this time.
I've got this many tables. You might have to wait or
no,
make a reservation.
Fuck it. We're just going to fuck the tables. We're just going to do the long cafeteria style shit.
Oh, Jesus. No, I think people are out on that.
You just get to sit next to some random guy, eat your dinner. Who knows? You could make a new friend.
So I was talking to my kids about hibachi grills since we're on the subject of food.
Yeah, we tend to go there quite a bit.
We do.
But hold on. I do want you listeners' opinion on dinner club. Listeners, dinner club, yay or nay?
Would you do the dinner club? Would you join?
The dinner club.
It's like the breakfast club.
Yeah, but no detention.
So I'm talking to the kids about hibachi grills. And they're like, that sounds so stupid. And I'm like, you don't understand.
Hold on. Time out. What sounds stupid about hibachi grills to your kids?
Just sitting there and watching somebody cook food.
Do they not watch the Food Network?
They'll watch like Great British Baking Show or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, and it's because of the little bit of drama that's there. But I'm like, you don't understand, guys. It's a whole new level of drama.
There's a flaming fucking onion tower.
I'm like, this guy's whirling a knife in front of your face and then throwing food at you with it. And you're like, oh, and then he's got a spatula in the other hand that's cracking an egg and making fried rice. I'm like, it's insane. So I make them watch a video. And they're like, this is fucking nuts. I'm like, and the crazy thing is, I'm like, we would go. Okay, our whole family could go. We're sitting down. And then there's a couple of strangers sitting with us.
Yes.
And they're like, what? I'm like, and you end up talking to them because they're fucking there.
Right. And you make new friends.
And they're like, can we do that? I'm like, as soon as this shit clears up,
yeah,
yes.
See, yeah. So you have no problem going to a hibachi grill sitting with random fucking people? You already have something in common with the dinner club people. You're all paying membership for a fucking
all
dinner
in
club.
the dinner club.
Right. There may be a jacket. Who fucking knows? But they're in the dinner club. Hey, why are you in the dinner club? Well, I just decided that this place was pretty good and I decided to do this.
I didn't want to fuck with it 3 nights a week.
Right. Good. Really? Well, what do you do for a living? Conversation starts, you make new friends. And the hardest part about being a nerd is we're all kind of introverted.
A little bit.
Like we have our groups.
Well,
and we'll ride or die with our groups, but we don't really like it when new people try to come in.
That is a weird thing about it. I mean, we've done episodes on it. Get off my lawn.
Right.
But it is such a bizarre thing because it's like, man, this other person might be fun as fuck to play with.
But I don't really know you.
But I'm terrified of the fact that you might judge me.
Yeah.
For being this nerd.
Yeah. And yeah. So like, honestly, being a nerd's a lot like dating. Like, it really is.
Oh no, it's your friend dating.
Yeah, and it's worse.
It's that whole movie I Love You Man, but in real life.
And it's worse because, hey, my buddy Chris, who I game with and respect, likes this person, but I don't know this person.
Well, that's how new friends get brought into groups.
Right, but there's that whole
Well, it's with role playing, it's particularly odd.
Right. Exactly.
Like if you're just playing Catan, Settlers,
yeah,
if you're old school.
Settlers.
Oh, dude. A whole nother rant there. But yeah, if you're just playing that, it's not as big of a deal.
Time out. Did they change the name?
So the game originally was called Settlers of Catan.
I know.
Old school gamers call it Settlers. The game now is called just Catan.
Get the fuck out of my fucking
that's
face
That's
fuckery.
what's been on the box for years now. And there's a whole new generation of gamers that call it what? Catan.
Settlers.
Catan.
No, Settlers.
So I'm listening, and my wife is watching a YouTube video, and I hear, playing Catan, and I was like, honey, do you understand what's wrong with this? And she's like, no, what? And I'm like, how many times have you heard me call the game that? She's like, well, you call it Settlers of Catan.
No. No.
And I'm like, if you hear me say it, I generally say Settlers. I describe it to new people as Settlers of Catan because that's the island. And generally speaking,
Well, the island is actually Catan. You are the settlers.
That's what I said.
But the fucking name of the game is Settlers of Catan.
Not anymore.
It's Settlers. You fucking fuckwits. Mayfield fucking games gotta fuck this shit up. The fuck is wrong with you?
It's already fucked up.
Do you see the fist shaking?
So,
oh my
there's
God.
a whole generation of people that call it Catan.
This is why we can't have new people join the gaming groups, because we're going to sit down and be like, oh, have you played Catan? No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
We're going to play Settlers tonight, though.
Yeah, I'll play Settlers. I ain't played no fucking Catan. I got sheep for your wood. You got wood for my sheep? I mean, that.
Fucking hysterical, right?
God.
So, I am, I'm like, and she doesn't give a fuck.
They were so busy wondering whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. Oh my God.
So funny. So I'm like,
why am I so irritated by this?
I go on this whole tangent about it. And I'm like, it's so bizarre because there's a whole new generation of gamers now that don't know what that game is called. I'm like, and could you imagine? Because we had a regular at the fantasy shop that begged for a Settlers night. He's like, I just want to do a Settlers night. If we can do it once a month, once every 2 months, I don't care. I want to meet new people and play Settlers.
Which is like, the perfect game for this.
I'm like, could you imagine having people that are new to it be like, what the fuck are they doing playing Catan over there? And they're like, no, it's Settlers night. And they're like, no.
Oh my God, it'd be a gang war.
It is.
Like the Settlers versus the Catan.
The Catanians.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, I don't know why I'm so irritated, why I am so mad about this. But I am legit, like, this is a raw nerve for some reason. And I don't know why, because it doesn't impact me at all. I own a fucking copy of the game downstairs. The copy of the game says Settlers of Catan. It will forever be Settlers with me.
And mine says Catan on it.
Yours is fucking wrong!
It was purchased it's interesting, though, because I'm like, man, that is not what this game is. And when I told, because my mom was like, hey, I'm going to get you a game. What do you want? I was like, I don't have a copy of Settlers of Catan. So she searches Settlers of Catan, and it pops up. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's what... it says Catan on the box.
Did Mayfield lose the rights to the word Settlers? Is that what fucking happened?
They sold themselves.
This would be like calling Dungeons and Dragons Dragons of Dungeons. It's one little word, right? One little word. But it means so fucking much.
To you.
I know, and I
but
don't know why.
But these new people, it's just Catan.
I don't know why I care.
And they're like, why is this name so fucking long? It's just Catan.
It's Settlers, you fucking hippie fuckwit. Oh my God, I'm irritated.
Isn't that hysterical?
And I don't know why.
So, yeah, I go on this thing and she's like, why do I care? And I'm like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I wholeheartedly will agree with you that this doesn't matter, but for some reason I'm pissed. I'm pissed and I feel like I don't know why.
Well, it's like if King of Tokyo was just Tokyo.
No. Or if all of a sudden they stopped calling Magic and start calling it The Gathering, I would fucking rage.
It can't be The Gathering because Magic is printed so big and bold on every card.
Yeah. But then The Gathering is on it. You fuck. Oh my God, you Chris Pine loving motherfuckers out there.
But that's what it is now to people.
It's been a minute since I felt this much rage on this show. Like, I don't know why. It's bizarre. Like,
but the world is different.
I'm texting during the show because I am so irritated by this.
Who are you texting, Jason?
No. I'm just randomly texting people right now. I'm going to text Elizabeth and be like, I don't understand.
What is it called? Ask her that, because her answer matters.
It does.
This is going to be interesting. So we're going to tell you what her answer is
if she responds.
If she responds in a timely manner. Now. But yeah, Catan. Woo!
There we go. Do you say here's the text? I don't understand. ... What do you call Settlers of Catan? Do you call it
Settlers?
Call it Settlers?
Or do you call it Catan?
Or Catan.
And this is going to determine if you can continue to be friends.
All right, so we'll wait to see if she responds.
Same fucking game. Same fucking game.
It's the same fucking... Is it the same? Like hold on.
Everything is the same.
Like the tile placement, they don't have the fucking set board or anything like that, right? So, like you still set the tiles, right?
You still set the... it's in blocks. Like the tiles are clumped together a little more.
What do you mean?
So a few years back, they did a redesign of the game board. It's the same game board, but how the game board is put together is just a little bit different.
Right. Well, but see, how the game was put together is a little bit different, but
It was the same game.
No, they did the 3D version where you really couldn't change it up. The board was always static on
Yeah.
their base rules and how the board should be set up. When you say they're clumped together more, what do you mean?
It's a puzzle. They're puzzle pieces.
But can I still, like, is it still randomly assorted?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because if it's not randomly assorted, then it's set. Then it's not the same game, and I have a right to be pissed.
No. It's the same game, but it's called Catan now.
God damn it. God. Oh, hold on. She's responding.
Uh-oh.
She's responding. Let's see.
That's the creepy thing about iPhones, folks.
I can see.
When you're saying
I see
what? ...
She's going to be like, I don't understand.
That'll be funny. If it's, I don't understand. It better be Settlers.
You know, should I...
How old school are you?
Yeah, well, she's 32.
Yeah, but...
So she's in that
But,
range.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm 30, but I still call it Settlers.
Yeah, but you were raised by proper nerds. Man, this is a long response.
Who brought you up?
You call it Settlers or Settlers if you're talking to people you know who know. Boom.
Oh, okay.
You call Settlers of Catan or Settlers if you're talking to people who know. Goddamn right.
That's a good response.
That is a good response.
That's a good response. But people who don't know, the new people, it's just Catan. I was playing Catan the other day with my friends.
No, it's not Catan. It's fucking Settlers.
What's funny, though, is my brother-in-law had said something about it a couple of years ago, and it didn't even register with me. And then I thought back on it when I heard that watching that YouTube video, or listening to that YouTube video, rather, and I was like, holy shit, that's what people call this. Like a whole generation of people, a whole generation of gamers, rather, call it that.
Oh, my God. Okay, we got to switch. We got to switch topics. I have not.
What do you guys call it?
No, I don't want to know what they call it.
I want to know.
I don't want to fucking know.
How old school are you? Because I think there's a bunch of new people that call it that now.
Call it Settlers or call it Catan? Call it Catan.
I think so.
No, it's Settlers. Oh my God.
I think it's because that's what's printed on the box.
Like, the problem is like it doesn't matter. Like this is the most trivial bullshit thing I've ever been pissed off about on this show, and I've been pissed off about some stupid shit. Right? Nerds have pissed me off to the point where I swear I was having a heart attack on this show. But
your blood was boiling.
This here is so trivial that it doesn't matter. It does not impact me anyway. And thank God that this game...
And it's the same game.
Thank God that this game is still around and people love this game so much. But
it's a flagship game.
God damn it.
Well, think about...
Words fucking matter. George Carlin said it. Words
think about
fucking
Geek
matter.
and Sundry's playthrough of it from a couple of years ago.
I didn't watch it. You know why? Because I didn't know how to fucking play the game. Do you know why I knew how to play the fucking game? Because I'm a fucking nerd. I fucking grew up playing this game. I fucking played the game at fucking Gamescraft Hobbies and stuff with John Kestner and fucking Bill and Dave Shuey, and they fucking taught me how to play real games. Where Formula Day came from. I knew Formula Day from fucking that. Fuck! Goddamn names matter. It's Settlers of Catan or Settlers, not Catan!
Woo! It's Catan now, buddy.
Ooh, I don't accept this.
And it's printed all over the box. Doesn't matter if you accept it.
Fuck you, Mayfield. You're now on my list. You have officially made the list. I will not buy a new fucking version of Catan.
Oh, you even called it Catan.
I will not do it. Do you know why?
You won't buy a new version of what?
Settlers. Catan. Do you know why? Because it's not fucking Catan. It's fucking Settlers. I will go to eBay and I will fucking buy a new copy of Settlers. I will buy a used copy when my copy gets fucking non-playable because I will fucking refuse to buy that new bullshit without Settlers. I refuse to. That's where I'm at. That is where I'm fucking at now.
The island of Catan.
Fuck you, Mayfield. You made the list.
It's so funny, dude.
You made the fucking list.
I didn't think that was going to set you off.
I didn't either.
I thought you were going to be like, whoa, like I was, but you fucking totally went the other way with it.
I don't know why I'm so angry about this, but I've said it. They're on the list. They're right there underneath you, fucking Chris Pine.
And Chris Pine is 4 years ago. This is so 4 years ago. So 4 years ago.
Fuck you, Pine. You're not my captain. And guess what? Apparently you're not going to be Captain Kirk anymore either. Fuck you.
You got what you had coming.
So speaking of Star Trek, what time? How fucking far are we in the show?
50 minutes in.
Awesome, perfect. New Star Trek show.
Yep.
Star Trek: Strange New Worlds is the title, and it is fucking Christopher Pike, and Rebecca Romijn Stamos is number one, and the guy that played Spock in Discovery season 2, like those core characters, and it's the fucking Enterprise, and I am so beyond excited for this show. He to me Christopher Pike in The Search for Spock, and seeing that character, Anson Mount, play that character in season 2 of Discovery is what saved Discovery for me. That whole fucking second season. I fucking hate Discovery. I hate the characters on Discovery, but damn, this guy was so good. He is the best Star Trek captain I've ever fucking seen in Star Trek.
And it's new Star Trek.
And it's new fucking Star Trek, and he is the best Star Trek captain I've ever seen portrayed. And he's the perfect actor for this job, and I am so excited. And apparently they're going to do episodic. It's not going to be like Picard or Discovery where it's a 10-part story. Yeah. It's going to be one episode, maybe 2 episodes.
Like old school Star Trek.
We're going to a planet, some shit happens, we move on. Like I am so fucking excited. I'm ready. Let's fucking do it. Fuck Discovery. Fuck Picard season 2. I want this.
You know what's funny is there's a new show on Hulu called Solar Opposites.
Yeah.
Hysterical, dude. These aliens come to Earth accidentally because their planet was struck by a meteor. And it's...
Like Third Rock from the Sun?
Very similar.
Okay.
Very similar, but they hate it. They just fucking hate it. Way more than the characters from Third... Like, they resent it.
Like
and
Third Rock from the Sun, they didn't hate being on Earth. They just didn't understand it.
Oh, these guys hate it. And they do things to try...
This is the cartoon?
Yes.
Done by Rick and Morty creators?
Exactly.
Okay, I saw previews for this.
It's fucking hysterical. You guys need to give that a watch if you haven't already. I've been watching it the past couple of nights here. Wonderful show. Absolutely. I didn't even care for Rick and Morty that much. It just wasn't it wasn't my thing.
I like Rick and Morty. It's like Jason loves that show more than I do.
Yeah.
Like, love that man. He loves him, Rick and Morty. To me, Rick and Morty's okay.
I'm just like, meh. I didn't think anything of it. It's got funny parts, but it's just not for me, you know?
Right.
This other show is. And I told my wife, I was like, this is a lot like Rick and Morty, but it's better. Because Rick and Morty's sporadic.
I'd like to point out the range of emotions I just went through in 2 minutes there of complete, utter anger to extreme excitement.
It was like bliss almost.
Has left me like post-coitus feeling right now, and I'm good. I'm good.
And you're smoking a cigarette.
I'm good. I'm fucking good.
That's the funniest part. He's smoking a cigarette after. So we'll end it there.
Nerds.
You guys heard a bunch from us this episode.
Well, I'm going to give you a checklist.
Yep.
You don't have to comment on all of it, but pick 1 or 2. Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Iron Man via artificial intelligence voice or actual Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yay or nay? Dinner Club. Yay or nay? Catan or Settlers? There's only one right answer here, people. That's pretty... Oh, and new comics! What are you reading? What are you excited to read? What are you picking up at your LCS? Yeah.
Go to entertainthegeeky.com. You can find all of our social media and fun stuff there. Also, check out Board Game Bros, our fantastic EG Games designers.
We love you, Matt and Jeff. We love you so much.
They are killing it. And they're doing some awesome interviews and stuff like that and just going through the creation process with games. So if that's something that matters to you, or if you just kind of want to understand the mindset of a game designer, that's a good fucking place to go.
Be careful though, treading into Matt's mind. It's like a rat maze.
Oh man, his game design is on another level.
He is fucking Shakespeare.
I think that's the best way to put it, because you're not going to get it. Okay.
But once you do,
like he designed a game for us and, we played it. We did a playthrough. It was a play test.
Yeah.
And boats. And
my God,
holy shit, dude. Like, it's a strategy game. I remember losing and being like, that was fucking awesome.
It's a strategy, resource management, plan move. It is an amazing game. And I don't know
how somebody thinks of it.
He like just threw shit to the wall and it stuck.
Oh, well.
Yeah, no, we love you, Matt and Jeff. Hey, also nerd news.
Yep.
Give love to brother Jason.
Yeah.
Like, man's doing great things. Goinfo.org.
Yeah.
Check out Mike Rodeur's work.
Yeah, the Influence Foundation. And actually, what he prefers right now is if you go to the Influence Foundation on YouTube, you can subscribe to all of his content there and consume it that way.
It's like a muffin.
It is like a muffin.
What's your guys' thoughts on the new Star Trek? What's your guys' thoughts on... We already touched that Settlers bullshit. I think we're out. Oh, hey, go to our website. Check out Noble Knight Games.
Yeah. And as always, stay geeky.
Fucking newbies.
Also, one really important announcement here.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing.
This is a big one for us. Starting the 25th,
which is
a few days away.
Yeah, it's like a week away.
25th of May.
Let's do the 27th. Let's give them a full 10 days.
All right, so in 10 days, on the 27th of May, it's 10 days for us. You're probably going to hear this a day or two after we record it. But in 10 days, so the 27th of May, Merle's Truck Stop in Maine will no longer be free with the promo code GEEKY.
So get in, get your promo code, get the game.
Yep.
It's a one-page role-playing game.
Get it while it's free. Get it while it's hot.
It's the perfect one-shot.
It is.
It really is. And you know what?
And it's a perfect series of one-shots if you do it right.
You know what? I have an idea.
What you got?
I'm going to talk to you about it after the show.
Okay.
We're going to bring a surprise. We're going to bring a newbie in, and I'm going to run Merle's Truck Stop on the air again.
I love it.
That's what we're going to do.
I love it. So
me, you, newbie, playing Merle's Truck Stop in Maine.
For realsies now, you guys can stay geeky.
Like maybe, for reals. We might be back. Who knows?